is probably the most challenging record you have ever put on your turntable.
You ain't about that life.
Yeah.
Salute. What's good people? Man, oh man, it feels great to be back. Salute, what's good, Lodi?
What's good?
Man, what is the world coming to? I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna take my time. Let me make sure I explain this to everybody. When it comes to politics, right? Knowing that this is a platform, and we do know politically involved, the powers that be is only going to let you go but so far with politics. So I say that to say this. When you're a content creator, you are a character. Take your personal feelings out of a lot of things and just, speak and so on, show facts and so on and so forth. This live, because of the nature of it, the propaganda, the things, a lot of this stuff is alleged. A lot of this stuff can also be fact checked through other sources. We are not by far. Yeah. This is just entertainment purposes only. We will be covering this content. We got some guests coming up. A lot of people that are politically inclined, and respectfully, everyone has their own personal views when it comes to politics. We're not going to do a Republican versus Democrat day. We're going to do a right versus wrong. Whatever you feel is right, whatever you feel is wrong, we just gonna talk on it.
You know what I mean? Reed 79, top moderator, salute.
Absolutely.
Always in the building. Why? Salute.
Whoa, salute, man. Listen, before we get way deep into the show, let me make sure I take time out to acknowledge all of the fallen soldiers and soldierettes. Well, before I get to them, let me acknowledge all the graduates. All the people who had kids graduating. That's a huge monumental thing. Shout out to all the graduates, all the parents, and
their children,
and so on and so forth. Man, salute to them.
Keep pushing.
Now, let me get to making sure that all our fallen soldiers and soldierettes are never forgotten. We honor each and every one of them, each episode, prior to us getting to the show, so that we could commemorate them. And eventually, what we're going to do is almost like a commercial. I don't know if we could set up like a mural where we just run across all their names briefly to make sure we could, like I said, honor them. But until then, just take a moment of silence and then we'll get into content. Salute. Tasha, salute, Queen. Listen, also, I am gonna halfway through the show, I'm gonna again, this is a topic that a lot of people feel. Again, feelings, emotions, and all that other stuff comes into play when you deal with politics.
As usual,
yes, the personal politics and things involving what has transpired within these past few hours is, like I said, we just gonna deal with what's right and what's wrong. I have my personal belief. I was one at one time that I did not support anything Trump has done. I will say this though. This current conviction Trump has become
A low life.
a super low life. He is by far
I didn't know.
definitely a low life, and you know, salute to that
Shout out to Trump.
Man, oh man, oh man. Those who are against whatever he stands for, shame on you. I must say, shame on you, and we're gonna deal with facts over fiction. You know,
Dirty work. Salute. G Money, I see you, G. Top
kind of
boy.
salute. You know, like I said, some of y'all I kind of gave y'all the link, so just click the link that I sent to y'all, and y'all can you know, pull up and we could get into this discussion and really, man. I'm gonna say
don't
this.
get in your feelings now. Don't come up here with your feelings.
Please,
Okay?
please,
I'm a professional analyst.
I want y'all to know that I love each and every one of y'all. We appreciate y'all for taking time out your schedule to come, you know, spend some time with us, so on and so forth. And this might leave a lot of people salty on some of the views that we might have. Let me first say this. Any individual that gets one felony, if you're on bond, if you're on bail, if you're on whatever, the minute you're found guilty, the average person will be remanded. That's when you average and ordinary, you're gonna be remanded. They're gonna, you know, bail is gonna stand behind you, they're gonna cuff you, and you go on to get processed in the back. Then they're gonna hold you till sentencing. That's on one felony. When you catch 34 felonies guilty, that's a whole nother level, man. That by far, that by far, you know, I've never seen something like that by far. Big Polo Kid, salute. Top Boy, salute, King. You know,
Salute.
I'm gonna make sure. Again, I'm gonna apologize to you personally,
Okay.
because for years I fought you tooth and nails, and I was anti-Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Last night, yesterday, I have seen the light.
Salute, Big Boot.
Make America great again. I am a magna from here on out. Who don't like it? Tough cookies. Trump is an official lowlife with the capital L's. Now, by far, like
But let's be for real though. He's the first president to get impeached twice. He's the first president to go through half the shit he been going through. Like they've been in his neck. Should have showed you something about him if they don't like him. You mean the white people don't like him either?
Well, you know, like I said again, I'm not going to use race. I'm not going to use.
No, you not. I'm just going to let it be known. Like that's what it is.
I'm just going to use right or wrong. So
let's see what it is, man.
Can anybody tell me what exactly is he guilty of? We know he's been found guilty, but what is he guilty of?
You know what he's guilty? You know what he's guilty of, and nobody even pay attention. He said, "I didn't like the FBI. I wanted to dismantle the FBI and the CIA." Chuck Schumer said, "Yo, he's crazy. Why he do that? They're gonna come after him. They're gonna come after his head behind that." And I'm like, I kept telling you, like, the enemy of if you don't fuck with my enemy, then I can fuck with you. And Trump, and whether you know it or not, Trump don't like a lot of shit. He don't like the CIA, he don't like the FBI, he don't like a lot of shit. He don't want the wars, he don't want a lot of shit that we should be supportive of.
Uncle Nick, salute, King.
Nick,
what's good?
Son, what's going on with everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? What's the word?
You already, son.
Like I said, Uncle Nick, Top Bugs, I am official. Look, lucky I ain't put on my Magna shirt. Because from here on out, it is free Trump.
They got a smile on his face,
Free
yeah.
Trump.
Yeah. Nah, I was about to put my Make America hat again. Join make
Listen,
great
I'm
again.
telling you,
let me chill out. I don't want us to get flagged right now.
what can I say? The witch hunt is real. I've never seen the hypocrisy that I've seen going. What they say, the circus that they put on for one individual.
And you got to understand too, when he beat Hillary Clinton, that shit. She never forgot that shit.
Oh yeah, and she's the master spinner of bullshit stories. She was the one that started the Obama wasn't born in this country shit, and then
she did that, not Trump. She's the one who was with the never. Yeah, she started all that goofy shit.
And then she started the Russian collusion shit, and that shit wasn't nothing about nothing.
And she paid millions of dollars for that shit. You crazy?
Yep.
She ain't gonna trouble for that.
Wiped her server clean, wiped all the phones clean, bleach bit,
and nothing happened to her.
Nothing.
Joe Biden's son is a fucking crackhead who making bad deals. Nothing happened to him. Like, come on, man, you gotta be kidding me.
He's smoking crack and toting hammers, son.
Yeah,
it's all good in the neighborhood, though.
I'm just saying. Now, let me reason
what he called them
real quick.
What he called them? I know somebody. What he called them? Crooked Hillary.
Yeah, Crooked Hillary.
Crooked Hillary, man.
Crooked Hillary is Sleepy
Hey,
Joe.
yo, Lo, you better drop the disclaimer and all that shit.
Let me jump this. Let me put it.
Because you know they gonna go in. They gonna go in.
When you've been convicted, some stuff you don't gotta say allegedly. If we talk about any of those 34 things, that's fact. He's been convicted.
Nah,
he'll be all right. He gonna be all right, Wise. He gonna be all right.
You can't say that because there's mad people that have been convicted of things and then it gets overturned, or the evidence they presented was outright false, and the prosecutors knew that, and Central Park 5, etc., etc., etc.
The recent Bill Cosby.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say this.
Bill Cosby sat in jail for a couple years, and they overturned that.
Yep.
So where them Democrats at, man? I know we got Democrats in the back.
Oh, nah.
They ain't gonna hear that shit. They sitting back. They observing. They absorbing, and they just wait. So I don't know.
I'm right here.
Say no more.
Why
no more?
Friday night.
I don't know what this
We
means.
need some balance in the. You know what I mean?
Man, one mic. Who I
Who
need
that?
to
Why?
hear the opposite side.
Yeah, that's me. Who that, Uncle Nick?
Yeah,
I'm on the opposite side.
Yo, that motherfucker got on the news today, and yo, he talking mad shit. He done cussed out Biden, called them all type of fucking names, called the judges all type of names. Yo, he wigged the fuck out today. I said, yo, this motherfucker crazy. Yeah, he wigged out, son. He called Biden, he's dumb. He's stupid. He don't know what the fuck he doing. Yo, he went in, son. For real. Yeah, yo, boo, he cussed the judges out, everybody. Yo, because he don't have that gag order no more. He went in.
The reporter said when they said guilty on all 34 charges, his whole demeanor just dropped. He had the whole stupid look on his face.
See, now my thing is this, right?
I don't know.
I got a question.
Hold up, yo, Tip. You know what? After all this shit, he got them 34 charges. Motherfuckers, his points went up.
Exactly.
His shit went up.
Let me make sure
he made $28 million last night off of people funding his campaign.
Yep. Overnight, he made $30 million.
Yeah, facts. That's facts.
So I got a quick question before you go, Chip. I'm trying to understand, right? You can still run for president with felonies, but if you have a felony, like you come home, you got a felony, you can't vote, but you can still run for president.
You can't even get a job.
Yeah, but you can still run for president with
Well,
felonies.
let me flip your head even harder on that same subject.
Well,
So look,
he has
Everybody talking at the same time.
hold on. One person, yo. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's too much going on. I just need one person to answer that.
Yeah,
he's running for president with a few felonies. But if somebody got one felony, come home, they can't vote, they can't get a fucking job, you know. So I'm trying to.
He's been convicted, but he hasn't been sentenced. He's going to appeal it. So until all those things go
Nick,
down,
no,
Nick,
negative. That's a negative. First of all,
they're trying to get him to cop out with them 34 felonies. They're gonna say, "Oh,
can y'all hear me?
Give you 3 felonies."
Yeah, we can. All right, Nick, let us go.
Okay. Wait, excuse me.
Yeah,
let me explain it to you.
Of what I'm saying before.
But Nick, you're wrong. You're wrong.
How am I wrong if you didn't even finish?
Because
let me finish.
Listen.
Hold on, Nick. Let us speak.
Listen. What it is that.
All right. We ain't gonna get enough.
You know, they start with a certain amount of laws, and then as we see that we need more laws, we make the law. Never ever in the history of this country was a president ever criminal. So they never made criminal laws for a president. So they never thought they would have a convicted felon running for president. This is uncharted waters. So the laws is not in place to police the president because they never thought this would be needed at this level of government.
And to come back at that, a president has immunity. So
no, they do not. A president does not have immunity. A president does not have immunity. That is why we live. Excuse me, are you going to let me explain it to you? Presidents do not have immunity. We live in a constitutional republic. There's checks and balances. And the Senate and Congress and the Supreme Court, they all supposed to balance each other out and police each other.
But you see, they don't do that because Hillary ain't in jail, the crackhead ain't in jail, and you got 34 bogus felonies.
Oh my goodness! Y'all sitting up here telling propaganda, and you can't tell me what Hillary is guilty of.
She's guilty of hiding all those emails. She was subpoenaed to turn everything over, and she bleach bit all her.
She didn't hide them. They did the investigation.
Those emails, and she violated, and she was supposed to be brought up on criminal charges, and she wasn't.
They went through all the emails. They did a full investigation. They went through all the emails. They did not find.
She deleted them all.
Can we stay on subject?
Listen.
No, I'm just saying.
All right. So hey, yo, you.
Okay.
All right,
so Chip asked the question earlier.
Hold on. Let somebody else. You said what Hillary did, so let somebody else talk. I see niggas shaking their head. They want to jump in. Let somebody else talk.
My bad.
Let me just say
let somebody else talk.
They never proved. All right, go ahead.
So this is
go ahead.
Just touch back on what you just said, Boo, about the felony, right?
Yeah, about the felony. That's why I want to. Yeah.
There's nothing in the presidential charter that says.
And that's right. Right, I believe that.
For president, right? And president is commander-in-chief, right? Who's the top #1 in the army, right?
Right.
But if you got a felony, you can't join the army. That's crazy.
Right.
Uncharted waters. They never thought that this was ever going to be necessary.
Right.
So now they have to revisit it. Now laws will be put in place. That's the issue. This man could get sentenced and sit in prison and still be able to run for president. He could be president in prison.
All right. He's not going to go to jail because he got lifetime Secret Service. The only way he could go to jail if they take his Secret Service away. Like you said,
stop saying that. Stop saying that because Secret Service has already met with the Department of Corrections.
Yeah, and
they already met with Department of Corrections.
Going to jail. If y'all think Trump is going to jail, y'all.
I don't think he's going to jail.
Listen,
I agree. I don't think he's going.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think for the felonies. I don't think they're gonna give him jail time. I think he will get off
No.
jail time with these
Yeah,
white
he got
collar
no record.
crimes. But
Look
what I
at
Right.
do think,
America though.
they're gonna give him jail time for is them contempts, and he doesn't understand because he is still under the
The gag order.
the charges. He's still under
Yeah.
the gag order. He's
Yeah.
digging himself in a hole, and then he gonna mess around and get himself sentenced to jail. Y'all applauding these speeches he's making now. All he doing is digging a hole. He talking about the judge. He's talking about the jurors. He is
But he-
digging himself a hole. And for every contempt charge, he could get a maximum of a year. So right now, with the speech he made yesterday, the speech he made this morning, we at 12 years. He gonna
Yeah.
mess around and hang himself with his
Yeah.
own big mouth.
Yeah.
Could I add to that though? Because I don't think nobody knew. In 2016, when Trump ran for president, 2016 when Trump ran for president, John McAfee, the one who created McAfee virus for the computers, he was a felon. He ran for president. They didn't stop. He ran
didn't
independent
kill
for president.
someone too?
Yeah, correct. He ran for president.
Yeah.
No, but
So
there's no
yes,
law
a
that says
felon
you can't run
could run
for
for president, and they knew that a long time ago. They knew that a long time ago.
But
This
you know what? They
it's not
wasn't
a
worried
president.
about him because they didn't think he would ever win. So they
Yeah, but
still didn't feel a need for it.
It's
No,
not
I understand
about
that part.
people
He's
voting.
dead right now.
It's
But I'm trying to
about
say, like,
people to vote.
they knew that you could run for president with a felony.
Look
a long
what
time ago.
They knew it. They knew it.
Listen,
But they didn't never think that it would really come to pass, that somebody would
No.
be a felon. Even
And
as
you know what
bad
you're
as
saying?
people thought.
And you know what you're saying is correct. Because while we here right now, they making rules as we go because they don't know. So every day
Right.
they trying to come up what we gonna do with this dude. So it's just a everyday process till they get there in July.
But
Yeah.
here's the situation though. They've been making rules up to convict black people for the same shit we're talking about right now. Puff Daddy, all 30 years after you're gonna tell somebody somebody raped them?
no.
They've been changing the laws in New York just to convict people for certain crimes.
Do not defend Diddy. Do not defend Diddy.
No, I gotta defend it because they don't do that for the white man. They don't do that for the white man. Why don't they do it for the black people?
No, you can't mention other people. You gotta judge Diddy for being Diddy and what he did.
No, I ain't talking about Diddy. I'm talking about Bill Cosby. Everybody that they've been. I don't care who it is.
No, listen. Bill Cosby did not get acquitted. This is what people don't understand. He did not get acquitted. Bill Cosby is out of jail because the new DA took a deal that was already in place, and that was illegal. That's the only reason why he's out.
Double jeopardy?
Was his words. He said he gave them ladies those pills.
They knew that. They knew that when they threw him in jail.
Yes.
They wanted the oil. They wanted the oil that was underneath his house, and he refused to sell
They
it.
put him in jail illegal because you can't take a deal back. Once you do a deal that he did, you can't just take it back.
Yeah. So how did he sit in jail for a year or two?
Because the DA changed. The district attorney changed.
That's what I'm trying to say. They're changing the laws to lock people up on purpose. That's all I'm trying to point out.
Yeah, he's right.
I got just a quick, two things. One, the gag order is not in place anymore, being that he was found guilty.
No. No.
That's what the article says. That's not me. This is coming from CNN. That gag order.
Yeah, kind of.
It's not an order. The minute he was found guilty of those charges, that gag order for that case is a wrap. So he can
still be sentenced. He can still be sentenced. A judge does not have to sentence you during your trial for your violation. He already understand. It's already on record that he violated the gag order, and she gave him warnings. She do not have to sentence him during the trial for the violation of the gag order. They can wait till after the conviction to sentence for the gag order.
He's violating the gag order right
case,
now.
Hold on. Which case are you talking about? Because you said she. I believe that the man.
No,
that
that was an accident. I'm talking about Donald Trump. We know he's not a she.
And the gag order was $1,000.
The judge.
Yeah, it's $1,000 every time. And he kept paying the fine. He was paying $1,000 every time he did that. He took the charge.
From the male judge,
no, he
right?
got charges, but he didn't get sentenced for it.
His name is Judge Merchant.
He's not going to get sentenced for the gag order. He's paying a fine for every time he talks.
So like Chip just said, right? Like Chip just said, right? He know the gag order ran out. He talking shit now.
He's Trump tight. He paid all that paper. He said,
"Oh, so it didn't run out."
Say what I want to say.
So Chip just said, Chip.
Not Chip. I want to make sure this is.
Yeah. You just bring in the news.
Yeah, I'm just
seeing it.
But we already know they don't put out the right information. They be wrong.
But let's use common sense. The gag order was just when he was in court. He's no longer in court. There's no need for a gag order.
Pull up this article. The link is in the chat.
We need an article, man. We need
.com article. Y'all can pull it up and it'll let you know all about the gag order.
But the gag order was just for when you was in court. It was you can't talk during court. The court is finished. He doesn't have a gag order no more.
The gag. No, this is what y'all not understanding. The gag order was about intimidation. He cannot talk to intimidate the judge or the jurors.
And
because there's no more trial, but the same judge is going to do sentencing. So if I gagged you to not try to intimidate me and I still have to sentence you, the gag order still is in play.
But he never.
The reason why I'm gagging you is because you cannot intimidate me. It's illegal for you to intimidate me.
The judge is an asshole and he's biased. And his daughter was raising money for Biden. He pointed that out. How can you be holding a case against me when your daughter campaigns and fundraises for my ops, who is the reason I'm in court right now? This isn't just some coincidence all of a sudden? Or all of a sudden your daughter works with Biden and Clinton and Obama and all these people? That's not a conflict of interest.
It's a conflict of interest.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the judge's daughter.
Yeah, the judge's daughter. That's why he put the gag order in, because he didn't want Trump talking about his daughter being in cahoots with all these people and fundraising.
Oh my goodness.
That's a conflict of interest, whether you like Trump or not.
You know, I'm gonna go on back because we all heard
when Trump did. He turns the public against people and he get people harassed.
No, he spoke about the guy's daughter. But he
want to know from all the Democrats, all the people that's anti-Trump, which one of y'all turned in y'all money when he was sending out them stimulus checks?
Look, man, I'm about to donate to his campaign.
I just need to know which one of them.
I'm gonna need y'all to know how the government goes. Trump did not send you no stimulus check. The president does not control the money in this country. Congress does. Even though he signed the checks, that was a stipulation that he put in play. Congress sent you those checks. And that's what y'all need to understand. Congress, look, I'm gonna need all of y'all to go back and watch Schoolhouse Rock. I'm gonna need all of y'all to go back and watch Schoolhouse Rock, because y'all don't seem to understand how the government works.
Yeah, he didn't sign the checks, man. He don't.
All he did was sign a check, but Congress gave it to you.
Hold on. Regardless if Congress gave it to you, whoever gave it to you, he signed them. Did any of y'all turn them in?
Yes,
see, now we don't want this crooked money.
No check, but Biden gave us also. Biden gave us a stimulus also. Don't forget that.
No, I'm saying was he a crook then when he signed the checks?
No, he did not. First of all, Trump gave you 600. Biden gave you 14 per person. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop it. Yes. We got two. We got two stimulus checks. One was 600 per person. The other was 14 per person.
Some of us did, not all of us.
And Biden gave you that 14.
Not all of us.
That's that 14 from Biden and that's 6.
People go to court. See.
And that was I gotta like it just because he gave me a couple of dollars. I needed that.
I just like to know.
Uncle Nick said he didn't get the 14 because he was a Trump supporter.
14.
You was a Trump supporter, so they cut that check out to you.
Yeah. They flagged my YouTube channel too. They say take my videos down and shit. They be watching Uncle Nick. That's why I said I can't have my hat on. I can't do none of that. I don't want the.
It's ridiculous that you got the hat on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anybody should be able to do whatever they want to do without people getting in their feelings and trying to dictate and be like some Russian totalitarian motherfucking communist society.
You have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for.
Yeah, but you can't attack people with those laws because you're a Republican. That don't make you bad.
With that back, ASAP.
Your policy that you believe in is what you believe.
Allegedly.
And what I believe in will work for me and what I believe. So
no, I think we all believe the same thing, but I think what they've done in America has been very divisive and allowed people to feel like they're on a team. So this is my team, and I'm with this team, and I don't care if my team is wrong and strong today. So I'm gonna be down with them. You gotta be like an elbow. Let me finish.
You said you're a Trump supporter, right?
Wise. Let me finish, and because we do this a lot, we cut each other off before we finish. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we're all on the same team. There might be different sets. There might be different crews. They're just like the boroughs. They might be the crew in Brooklyn and the crew in Bronx, but we all a team. We might talk a little different, do things a little different. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we all New Yorkers. So this is what it is. We're Americans. We want to live well. We want to do good. Are you doing better under Biden right now?
No. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are.
All right. Hold on. Top Books, you go ahead and answer that question. Are we doing better under Biden? And then Tasha want to go ahead and.
In my opinion, no. And there's a lot of things you can see that's wrong. Everything is sky high. The inflation is up. Inflation wasn't at that point. It was like probably 2% when Trump was in office. Now it's like 14%. Are you crazy? How you doing better?
Math don't lie.
You got an open border.
Math don't lie.
You got an open border when you're giving away money to everybody else but Americans. That can't be. We can't be doing that. We're at war for two different countries.
I can't have this conversation because y'all don't understand how government works. Understand that money going to the other countries come from the defense money. That money ain't never ours. That money is always going to be in the defense fund. We ain't never going to get it for America.
We didn't spend none of that money. We didn't spend none of that money during Trump's presidency because there was no wars.
Facts.
Yeah, that is lies. Because we pay Israel on a regular basis. That is lies. It does not matter. We're not paying for any wars. We're paying because of the Budapest Memorandum. That's what we're paying for. We have treaties and contracts with our allies, and y'all don't seem to know these things, and y'all don't understand why we have to pay people. And we're not sending money. We're sending the things that we no longer use. Like when we get new firearms, we send them our old firearms. When we get new tanks, we send them our old tanks. We're not sending them cash money.
Need our old guns and our old tanks during Trump.
But listen, we're not sending them cash money. Look it up. We're not sending them cash money. Y'all believe in the hype, and it's not true.
Uncle Nick and Tosh, hold on for a second. Uncle Nick, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Tasha, you are 100% right. The gag order is still in effect. Yeah, he's having issues due to the fact of here go the article here. Due to the fact that violating the gag order during the verdict. So Tasha, again, sure that you're absolutely correct, and man,
that
on the things that
Trump, man. He don't.
Let me say this. Chip, you also asked from the start. You asked what he was guilty. What is he guilty of? He is guilty for trying of deceiving the American people. He's not saying. Understand? He didn't say he didn't pay these people off, and it wasn't a scam to pay the people off. He said he did it, and his defense was, "I did it to protect my family." Now, I'm going to tell you how we know that's a lie, because this man is a 3-time adulterer, right? So you didn't worry about wife number 1, Ivana, when you cheated with Marla Maples. That was all in the news. You didn't worry
Hold
about
on,
protecting your
what?
family. No,
Hold on,
stop
hold on.
talking, Nick.
Let him talk.
Okay.
You didn't
Go
worry
ahead,
about
Tom.
everybody knowing then. Then you married Marla Maples. And when you cheated on her with Melania, it was all over the news. You didn't want to protect your family once again. You didn't worry about it again. So now, while you're running for president, you cheat again, and you want to protect your family all of a sudden now, but you don't want to deceive, you don't want the American people to really know about it. And that's what he's guilty of, because he hid it from the American people. Because had they know this is what he's still currently doing, he didn't learn from the error of his ways. He took funds from his campaign and paid off these people. This is what he's guilty of. The man never said, I didn't do it. What he said was, I didn't do it to pull the wool over America's eyes. I did it to protect my family. Not one charge that he is charged with, this man ever said that he's innocent. He keeps saying he did it because, and his reasonings for doing what he did does not make it right. He just
All right.
said, I did it because
Can
I
I?
want to
Says that
protect my
it,
family.
it
The
says that
other
he was
charges that's coming, the other charges coming up, he didn't say I didn't do it. He said he has presidential immunity, which is not true. If you commit a crime, this man told you before he was ever elected, I could go in the middle of Fifth Avenue and blow somebody's brains out and still not lose a supporter. And y'all still jumped on the bandwagon.
I love him. He's good.
All right.
All
Can I?
right, who's next? Who's
Can I?
next?
All right.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Wise.
So listen. This is what Trump is guilty of. No, he did not use campaign funds. If he used campaign funds, it'd be a whole different trial. He didn't use campaign funds. He did what you cannot do. He paid off a person to influence the election in his favor. You are not allowed to do that. And then he lied about it. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he's guilty of. First of all, do anybody believe that he did not have sex? Because nobody challenged the lady. The lady said they had sex. Nobody challenged that. He's still saying to this day he did not have sex with the lady. He's saying all the charges are false. No, listen. You broke the law. You broke the law. You got judged by a jury of your peers, whether you like the outcome or not. Listen, we get judged all the time. The whole history of us in this country, black people get
I don't
slaved
know it's coming
jury
from shit.
what they call their peers, and we supposed to live with the verdict. Whenever we get charged guilty, we are supposed to live with the verdict. So he's guilty. By law, he got a right to appeal. Until the law says not guilty on appeal, he did it. Until the law say otherwise. That's how it goes in this country. That's just how it is. So that's what he's guilty of. That's what he did. You cannot use your company funds and say it's for one thing when it's for another. Then he used the lawyer. Even the dude from the Inquirer, his defense put on a terrible case, and that's why they lost. When a liar is your best witness and they believe him, they had facts. They had facts. They had the canceled checks. They had the lady saying she slept with him. They had the Inquirer dude saying we do that.
So they have to believe the lie. They just went off of facts.
Yes. So whether we agreed that he did it or didn't do it, we wasn't there. We don't know if he slept with the lady or not. I believe he did. The lady said he did. The lawyer said he did. Even the Inquirer dude who don't really know neither one of them believed it enough to pay the lady. You don't pay somebody if you don't think they did something. At least in my opinion. So that's all I got to say about that part.
Salute, Ghost. Go ahead,
Is anybody familiar with how much money Michael Cohen stole from Donald Trump while cutting this check for this person? You think Donald Trump was aware that he was being stolen from while he approved this check to be cut? Because it's about $30,000 to $50,000 that was stolen, and Michael Cohen admitted to stealing the money. because he was mad because Donald Trump didn't invite him to the White House. So what's going on with that?
That's not the issue here, though. He's not on trial.
No. I'm asking you. So you just lied to the Congress. You lied to juries. You lie on testimony.
He went to jail for that. He paid. He went to jail for that.
So then what makes you a trustworthy person if you telling me you did this for this person and you stole from the person?
I didn't say he's trustworthy. I'm saying the jury believes what he said. The jury believes him.
Yeah, well, that's some bullshit to me right there. You gonna believe somebody that stole from the person and said that they had that person's best?
So because he's a thief, that means that he's not telling the truth. All right, Nick. Let me ask you.
If it quacks like a duck, walks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. If you fucking steal, you're most likely to fucking lie too. All right?
Do you believe Cohen?
You know what I mean? Like,
do you believe his testimony, Nick?
No, I don't believe Michael Cohen. He's a fucking liar.
So you don't think Donald Trump slept with the girl? You think Michael Cohen paid them?
I don't care who Donald Trump sleeps with. All I know is that at the end of the day, people sign NDAs. This is all bullshit at the end of the day. They're making up laws as they go. They're pulling out very obscure fucking rules and laws and things that have never been used in the court of law against the president or any other criminal. And this is a fucking rigged trial, and it's a sham. And it's a shame to the American.
What they did that's illegal?
It's a shame to the American people.
What they did that was illegal, though? How was it a rigged trial?
It's a rigged trial because at the end of the day, these 34 felonies, 136 fucking years, and you got motherfuckers blowing people's fucking brains out, robbing people on the train, giving people
what that got to do with the trial, though, Nick?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
You're doing exactly what all MAGA do. Y'all pivot and 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 this and this. Well, what about this?
No,
Tasha, Nick have the floor. Let him explain.
Just let a person, don't ask me a question and then bombard me with a bunch of stuff. Let me finish what you asking me, right? What do all those things have to do? That's what you're asking me? Because I got flustered just now. What were you asking me again, specifically?
I'm saying, you're talking about other people. I'm saying, what did they do illegal to Trump? That's what I'm at. Because you said the trial was rigged. What was illegal they did to him?
No, I don't mean that they per se did anything illegal. I said they went around and found obscure laws and obscure ways to do stupid shit in order to make this a sham, a rigged fucking trial.
It's a law, though, Nick. If it's a law,
he asked for the trial to be moved out of New York so it could be fair. The judge denied it. Any fucking little thing the defense team asked, denied. Oh, you can't talk about my daughter raising money for Biden. Oh, you can't show the American people that I'm a corrupt motherfucker. So I'm going to put gag order on your ass every fucking 3 seconds so you can't say shit. All this shit is unprecedented. People have Trump derangement syndrome, and they're all happy right now. But when he gets elected on November 5th, pardons himself and tells everybody, let's make America great again, bitches. Let's get this money. Everybody's going to feel different, son. Everybody going to feel different. Trust me. Soak it up now while you can, because Trump's going to be in office, brother.
So wait a minute, Nick. Let's say we're mother and son. Wait a minute. Let's say we're mother and son, right?
Yes.
Because you keep talking about the judge's daughter. We're mother and son. You're an adult. I'm an adult. I'm a judge. And because now I choose to support Biden, you choosing to support Trump. That makes me crooked because you think different than me and you're an adult and you're your own person? How does that make you? How does that make me responsible? No, because if the judge's daughter is an adult and she has the right to vote, she can support whomever. What does that have to do with the judge doing their damn job?
That is a conflict of interest if your daughter is raising.
No, it's not. That's two separate people. My daughter has nothing to do with me doing my damn job.
It shows your bias. It shows what your
are you saying no?
Who's more biased than Donald Trump?
So you telling me? So with this same logic, wait a minute. Can I?
Down the line.
So with this same logic, Clarence Thomas shouldn't be on the Supreme Court anymore because his wife support white supremacy, and he shouldn't be able to do his job properly. He married somebody.
Was she involved politically in anything that was tied to any cases that he did?
She was one of the people that was involved in the January 6th insurrection.
No. But I asked Sasha, was she directly involved in any case that Clarence Thomas ever had to hold in court, where she was affecting anything?
But how is the daughter supporting Biden?
She's fundraising
directly
for him
impacting
and Biden
this case.
and Obama and everybody.
But what that
how does that impact the case?
It's a conflict of interest.
It's not a conflict of interest. That is an adult. Listen, my children, there's nothing in the law that says my children have to think like me.
No, you're right, but why hide it then? Why put a gag order?
It's not hidden. It is her right, and you don't have to put a target on her back.
You just said she's a grown woman. She could do whatever she wants. You should be proud of her. You should be like, yeah, my daughter is fundraising.
Don't talk about my daughter. The judge said don't talk about nobody.
You start hiding things,
you cannot
it makes you
talk
look
about
bad.
nobody connected to the case. It wasn't just his daughter.
And the reason why that's being done is
he was talking about them specifically because they on some shady shit and he's putting it on blast.
No, the reason why it has to be put in place is because remember the women in Atlanta that worked for the election board, how his words got them targeted and people broke in their house, gave them death threats and all kind of stuff. Them people had to go in hiding. So no, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to talk about my daughter when you got crazy supporters that will cause her bodily harm.
So when
that is what the judge is trying to stop him from doing.
So when your daughter's out there doing whatever she's doing, she's campaigning, she's involved
in
all these things.
She's doing what she chooses to do legally.
No. So you're telling me there's no crazy people that would take offense to her just because? It's only because Trump. She's not putting herself in the line of anything with her political connections. Only because Trump said, hey, you're raising money.
Nick, hold on, Tasha. Nick, are you saying that Trump do not get people targeted? Is that what you're implying?
What I said is that is the daughter more likely to be targeted because of her political connections and what she's been connected to through the years and promoting things on Twitter and being out there on the front line, knowing the political climate, or is she going to be likely more targeted because Trump said you're raising money for Biden?
Because Trump, anybody that Trump go after.
No, you got TDS, my brother. That's crazy.
Y'all diehard MAGA fans.
He didn't say nothing. He said you raising money. He said what you were doing. If I was proud of my daughter raising money for the president, I'd have been like, yeah, that's right. My daughter raises money for Biden and your ass is going to jail, right? But he didn't. He hid it because it's a conflict of interest and he don't want it to look biased.
So many other people
that's the only reason why you hide things, right?
Nick, okay, so I got a question for you, Nick. And I'm going to tell you how you know it's a problem. Did you know who that judge's daughter was before Trump said it?
Pardon me, sorry.
Did you know who that judge's daughter was before Trump said it?
Yes, I was familiar with her because I was researching the judge because he was an asshole.
I wasn't.
Because you was researching the judge.
Yeah, because I make content. I make content. I do YouTube videos. So
why was you researching the judge? Because of Trump, right? Because of Trump, right? Because he was the person presiding over Trump, not just because.
Oh my goodness, Tasha, you just asked me a question and you said, Nick, did you know about her prior to this? I said yes, because I was researching and I was trying to explain to you, Tasha, that I do YouTube. So I create.
You said because he's an asshole. Who was he an asshole to? Who he was an asshole to? It still boils down to Trump, correct?
So, no, I thought he was an asshole, so I wanted to make a video about him. So I started doing research, and I found out about his daughter, and then Trump started talking about him. That's how it went down.
But my point is, if Trump was never in his courtroom, you would have never done research on him, correct?
No, most likely.
If Trump was never in his courtroom, you would have never done research on him, right? If Trump was never, you would know nothing about that person. So those people that follow Trump.
No, because Trump didn't say anything about his daughter. His daughter wasn't.
Case has this judge presided over other than Trump. Tell me about his cases that you knew of prior to him. Prior to this case.
Why is that a qualification? You just asked me one question. You said, Nick, did you know about his daughter prior to Trump?
Because what I'm trying to tell you is that anything that's affiliated with Trump makes it a target. So when Trump starts saying he got a problem with this, his supporters go after the problem.
I didn't make salacious videos. I don't curse women out on my channel. I don't use profanity.
You didn't. No, but you can't speak for all Trump supporters. Was you at the Capitol on January 6th? Were you at the Capitol on January 6th?
Why would I be there?
Were you at the Capitol on January 6th?
No, I'm asking you, why would I be there?
No, but there were Trump supporters there, correct?
So
you act like you speaking for all Trump supporters. And I'm trying to show you that Trump supporters are out of control and some go to the extreme.
Right. And just like other people, just like the guy who shot John Lennon in his motherfucking head right in front of the Dakota, yes, you have extreme people. You have crazy people that get obsessed with people, just like the TikTok girl that was stabbed to death in Canada, just like everybody else. Yeah, you have crazy people.
The right link to the page.
You do.
All right.
But also at the end of the day, you can't blanket a whole group of people that aren't doing anything wrong.
I'm a Trump supporter.
I don't go out in the world to do. I own a business. I pay taxes. I do charities. I do all kind of good shit. I don't break the law. I don't go to fucking jail. I don't be out here protesting, stopping people from going to work, lighting businesses on fire and bugging the fuck out. I don't do none of that shit. I want to see Americans do well. I want us to be able to take care of our families. And I just know that I was doing a lot better when Trump was in fucking office and the way things were running, opposed to this guy. I don't care if Trump was a Democrat. Principle, I would have had the same energy for him. It's not because it's this super Republican or super this. I'm about America.
What do you have less? What do you have less in your life since Biden being here? What do you have less?
That's nobody's business. That's personal. But at the end of the day, I know my personal trajectory that I was on.
All right, so let me go another.
And now I know. No. But I can answer that for you now. For example, my friend went out for dinner the other night, right, to this restaurant that we always go to. The fucking plate is a third the size that it used to be, less, and it's fucking $10-$20 more. So that's just a little example right there. You go out to celebrate.
How does Biden cause that?
That ain't greedy business.
Because of the inflation.
But what about
that's not inflation. You don't even know what inflation is. You don't even know what inflation is. You say you're a business owner, right? You say you're a business owner, right?
Why am I being attacked right now because I support Trump?
Listen, because what you're saying don't make sense.
How does it? It doesn't make sense to you because you're perceiving it that way, Tasha.
No, Nick, you're a business owner, correct? You're a business owner, right? What is your product? Wait a minute. I'm gonna show you. Let me make my point. Let me make my point to you. You're a business owner. What is your product for your business? What is your product for your?
We were talking.
Okay, let me ask Chip. No, forget the dinner. Chip, forget it. Nick, just listen. Nick, forget the dinner. Just wait a second. Let me show you something.
Go ahead.
Chip, you sell your clothing line, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? That's yours. Now tell me what part of the government tell you what you can charge for your product. What part of the government tell you what you could charge for your product?
No part.
No part. So how does that differ from a restaurant or any other private business?
So
wait, companies, Nick, come on, Nick. Can you wait a minute, Nick?
All right,
come on now.
Yes, I'm waiting.
One at a time. Let's go. One at a time. Let's go.
So y'all want to blame Biden for people price gouging. That's what y'all saying. Understand that companies out here right now are price gouging and they are making record-breaking profits all across the board. That has nothing to do with the government. That is private business. That's private business. Let me tell you, greed is the issue.
If the things that I sell,
greed is the issue.
Tasha, if the things I normally used to sell or whatever I do with this price, now it's a third more, guess what? I got to charge more money just to not be in the red. That's inflation. Whether you want to blame it on this person, you want to blame it on import, export, whatever the gross domestic product is, once you have to start maximizing your profits by overcharging people because you're being overcharged due to all this other shit, wars going on in the Middle East, this coming in, shit not coming across the Red Sea.
We don't have a war in the Middle East, and there is no reason.
They shut down the Red Sea, and they've been shutting down all the freights and everybody going through there, those fucking Houtani people, and it's causing a lot of problems, and a lot of things aren't being delivered, and a lot of goods. So hence, it's backing things up. So hence, he's not stepping up and doing what he's supposed to do as a world leader. Hence, we're paying more for everything. Hence, when you go to the restaurant or you want to sell a shirt, hence you got to sell it for more to make more money.
What can Biden do to open the Red Sea?
Nobody's talking about opening the Red Sea, Wise. I said to protect the Red Sea. He ain't Moses, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're over there attacking freights.
Let me ask you another
They're
question.
attacking the boat. Hold on. Let me finish so you're informed. They're attacking all those cargo ships that bring all the fucking goods to the UK and all those other people. So by default, that's going to offset shit with us. This is when some shit happens in the fucking world. It offsets this. It offsets that. That's what's going on. So when you start seeing things become more expensive, yes, it is a direct effect because of a faulty fucking government and a stupid ass dumb president who can't even walk up a podium. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Look, you have a right. You have a right to not agree with Biden's policy. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not saying nothing wrong. You're not saying nothing wrong. But let me ask you this.
Go
right?
ahead,
You're a Trump supporter, right?
Yes, I have been a Trump supporter.
Okay. So and his slogan is MAGA, right? MAGA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
and MAGA stands for Make America Great Again, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because no Trump supporter that I asked this answered the question directly. I just want to know, at what point is he referring to when America was great? What time? Because it's before him. So it's not nothing he did that made America great, because he said again. Because he came out. So at what time was America great?
Well, that actually comes from Ronald Reagan. That slogan.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's where he
so
got it from.
who,
you're gonna have to actually know what you're asking me before you put it on him. That's not even his
No.
shit. That was
I
Ronald
do
Reagan
know what
shit.
I'm asking you. I'm asking
No, but
you.
you would have referred it to not MAGA people. You would have been like, why would Republicans?
No.
supporting
The
this from
slogan
Reagan?
is
And
MAGA.
then,
I have to say MAGA.
You
I
would
didn't
say
say nothing about the people. I didn't say nothing
you
about
would
no
say
people.
Republicans and Reagan and this and that. They were supporting the
Okay,
slogan,
Nick,
and
I
Trump
did not say
rebirthed
nothing
it.
about
And
any
why do
people.
MAGA people feel like that? That's what you
I
asked.
said, what period was America great? Because at the time that he may be referring to, America wasn't great for everybody. America definitely wasn't great for nobody in our community during the Reagan era. We was getting record jail time. There was record
you asked me about Trump though
poverty
right
in
now.
our community. There was record unemployment. So what time was America great that he referring to that we should like?
You asked me about why did Trump make that up or do whatever. So I just
No, that's not what I said. I
That
didn't
came
ask you
from
why he
Reagan.
made that up. I did not say that.
No, you said
I
you said something about MAGA supporters and what time was America great again.
I did not mention MAGA supporters, Nick. I did not mention MAGA supporters at all.
You did,
I just
son,
said
but
the
go
term.
ahead.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
No. Go with like what are you asking me specifically? Because at the end of the day, I can point to many times in America where we went from this point to this point and we made great strides. Whether you want to talk about all the women that are leading right now and graduating college ahead of men and becoming multi-millionaires, whether you want to talk about the technologically advanced shit, whether you want to talk about
that would be right now under Biden, though. That would be right now under Biden, though.
Now get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about?
That started under Obama.
Exactly. So
Nick,
at the
you
end
just
of the day,
said right now that these strides are being made.
No, you're
Did
trying
you
to
not just
twist
say
my
that, or I
words.
misheard you?
No. I said you can go back in history and you can look at many different times where these different things were going on from then till now. So you could pick out many different points in life where you could say, hey, America was making strides and we were doing great. Now we're not doing strides. Now we're sitting up here talking about fucking trainings and fucking libraries and this one doing this and this person over here and this and that. Fucking immigrants coming over here and we're not doing nothing for our people and our people starving like Marvin out here.
What I'm asking you is, at what time pre-Trump, before 2016, pre-Trump, before Trump, At one time,
1983 was a beautiful motherfucking year because I was born, nigga. That was one of the greatest times in America, nigga. That year right there was the shit, son. That's when America was great, when I was motherfucking made, nigga. You heard me?
okay, so listen,
So,
I was
so you
around in
really saying,
1983. And yo,
wow,
listen, boo, was the hood
What up?
hurt in 1983? Tell me what was great about America for you and your family in 1983, boo.
For me?
Yeah. In
You know why it was great?
I was on
I'm
the
just
bottom.
making a joke, man.
I'm not making a joke. I'm saying
you don't want to use that specifically. I just you can go from when Black America had a higher marriage rate than white people. They had more home ownership. Black teenage whatchamacallit, unemployment was fucking down. They had fucking jobs. They were working. Motherfuckers was getting shit popping.
Let me answer that question, Nick. Let me answer that question. Hold on, Todd. Hold on. Let me answer this question. 1983, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was great for me because we was getting free block cheese, free powder milk. We was getting free motherfucking clothes from the store. Everything was free. The train was
We
free.
was in the struggle.
Everything
we had
was
to
free.
go get that. This is what I'm trying to say, boo. You had to go out there and get that. It was not great for everybody. It was a need. It was a need. There was a reason that we was in them stores back then. There was a reason that we was on that line getting that cheese. We needed the cheese.
It was great.
You know what I mean?
But in
We made the
92,
best of it. We made
It
the
was
best
free.
of
You
it.
can't get no fucking free cheese now, can you?
but in the early 90s, when Joe Biden wrote that crime bill, you know, a lot of black people was going to jail for a long time, right?
But you know, y'all act like y'all wasn't in the hood when that crime bill was necessary. Y'all act like y'all wasn't there. Y'all act like y'all didn't see from 1979 when we was chilling outside to the early 90s where you couldn't be on a payphone because it might got shot up. Look,
We made it
y'all,
necessary. We
y'all have
definitely
to
made it necessary.
admit and own what the crack era did to our community. Man, you couldn't even own your stuff.
No, but I'm talking about in the 90s when we was teenagers. You know, we was going to jail for 15, 20 years for dumb shit, right? Not the white people, black kids.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and that's a fact. I'm not going to say there wasn't errors in the crime bill, but y'all also have to understand, and I'm going to say this. Ronald Reagan, a Republican, he let all of the drugs in the country while his wife distracted everybody with the say no to drugs, right? And ruined our communities, made them crap with the crack era. I mean, tore down homes, families, everything with the crack era. Even made some of us millionaires, but then gave us football numbers to do the time for the temporary millions that we got. Right? We paid the ultimate price. Am I correct?
Yeah,
A lot of our friends got killed.
Body. What's good? Pull up.
A lot of our friends got killed during this time. We got to own what actually was happening in our community and really look at it for what it is. So the crime bill was necessary, and then we learned to get our hustle on and change our hustle and started getting crack money legally.
And I gotta say this: we didn't have this energy for Bill Clinton when he was messing with an intern with a little young girl in the office. Nobody cared then.
The Republicans cared. They impeached
him. He got impeached, but it wasn't a crime. It wasn't a crime for you to sleep with somebody. Correct.
They impeached him. What are you saying?
Yeah, they impeached him, and what's the name? John Kennedy did the same thing.
I don't get your point.
I'm talking about the energy we got for Trump. We didn't have it for those other presidents.
But why we have to though? That's what I'm saying. Nobody said Bill Clinton was right. Who said he was right?
They made it seem like he was right. We made it seem like he was right because we said he was the first black president.
These people are actually saying that a man. First of all, this man already got sex charges on him. He already been convicted of sex crimes already, right? And now he been convicted.
Who y'all talking about, Wise?
Other crimes, felonies. And they saying it's okay. They saying they don't care. Nobody ever said we don't care that Bill Clinton did that with that girl. Nobody said that.
Bill Clinton lied and said I never had sex with that lady. Come on, man. Why? You know what he did.
Because she didn't divorce his ass, and she stood right there next to him and did her campaign. I remember his
Well,
little
you can't
pale
get
ass
mad
coming
at his
out with.
wife.
Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember Clinton being on?
Bitch. That's what she
Wait,
is. She's
wait a minute.
snake.
Y'all don't remember Clinton being in the Senate for the impeachment of all of that
Yeah, he got a
foolishness?
piece. Yeah, he
I
got a piece of
remember
that.
him being at
So
Epstein's
it's
And he
house
beat it.
and on
So it's
Epstein's
worse.
boat and
So
at
it's worse.
Epstein's Island.
But
I
the
remember that
federal
shit.
in the White House
Donald
is
Trump
grabbing
wasn't
them
on
by the
Epstein's
crotch
Island,
and forcing
but
yourself
Bill
for a
Clinton
lady.
was.
What's worse?
This.
Wait.
Can you give her this?
You said they were
What you
Epstein
rather be
Island.
known
That's
for?
crazy, man.
What you rather be known for? A cheater that committed
Shit,
a
we need a commercial break, man.
And used to hang out with Epstein in his private island with little girls. Throw that in too.
Trump did too.
Nigga took
No,
over.
hold
No, he
on.
didn't. Trump was never on that blog. And once
Trump
he
was on the
found out who
plane.
that nigga was,
Trump
he
was on the plane
disconnected.
with him.
Not that nigga disconnected himself from that nigga and all that shit. That nigga was on the plane with that nigga more than 20 times. He got a picture of Bill Clinton in a blue dress sitting in his living room with his legs crossed. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't got no picture of Trump in there like that. All facts.
Salute. Hold on, I got
quick commercial
this
break.
couple quick commercials. Shout out to all the people that got events coming up. I want to shout out, the ladies in the culture. They definitely stepping up. June the 30th, they're hosting the Love and Loyalty Barbecue. Reach out to any of them ladies at LRL, find out some more information. Let me see. Oh, we got Little Day right on the corner of Lincoln and Troy Avenue. The great late great El Compa Stomping Ground. They're doing Little Day, third annual Little Day. They'll be giving out free food, free drinks, there's a bunch of things for the youth to go out there and enjoy themselves. A little way of giving back to the community. And for those who don't know, Little is Rat Low. That's him in association with K Empire Events. They're hosting this their third annual event. And like I said, reach out to the brothers and support. Let's see. ATL, June the 8th, 2024. Listen, I'm gonna come back on. Remind me. I'm gonna come back on ATL. I went out there, had a ball. They're doing a meet and greet. That's on the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th and the 8th.
The barbecue. Make sure y'all get some of that jerk chicken and the special jerk sauce.
Gunu.
Man,
Gunu sauce.
That
What's
sauce
it called?
Gunu.
Guru?
Okay.
Gunu.
That's the man. Y'all gotta get some of that sauce, man. Let's see what's this. The barbecue. Shout out to Terrence, the third annual bike giveaway in Milwaukee. Reach out to him. That's June 28th. A host of performers. In the hood. We got to pause him. Listen, we got to beautiful. He in the hood. Listen, reach out to them brothers at RPC, Darkman Low as well. Great event, man. Fashion show, a lot of music, lot of things going on that day. The very next
weekend.
The all-white boat party. This has nothing to do with polo. This is an all-white.
Hello.
Yes.
They can't hear me.
We can hear you.
Oh, not y'all. I'm sorry.
Listen, the all-white boat party. Reach out to, like I said, Guns, Lifer, Unique, Darkman Low. And the host of others is Ed Michael.
Yeah,
Classic.
Since 92.
Yeah. They doing a wonderful event. This is a must get to. Like I said, polo or no polo, this is a strictly grown and sexy event. Come out, have some fun.
Be lit.
let's, you know, we're gonna have hopefully some footage coming up in these next couple days of some of the boat rides that passed, so that people can get a glimpse of what to expect. Other than that, let me see. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like I said, without y'all, we couldn't even put on shows like this where we're able to have educational debates and really, get things on
drop the disclaimer. Chip, drop the disclaimer.
Yeah, man, and shout out to Ty and Wise and Tasha for coming through with their great commentary and doing they want to as well, man.
Now,
I love always building with you.
Over Nick, you held us down.
Yeah,
make sure I reiterate, and I'm going. I let you hold down the ship for as long as you possibly can. I'm gonna let everybody know why I switch. Why it's all free Trump and now the MAGA worldwide tour coming from this side. When you look at just the country in itself, and you look at the main thing that people gave Trump a lot of gripe over was building this wall. When he came out, he said, "Man, I want to build a wall," so on and so forth. The world went crazy on it. Nah, you can't build a wall, blah blah blah. You racist, da 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 da. And now everybody said, "Man, why the hell Biden ain't build a wall?" Come on now, come on now. For all them young ladies who was violated by the illegals and so on and so forth.
Yeah. That's
respectfully. I myself included. We are all illegals. This land was taken, so on and so forth. We are all foreigners, per se. So I will say this: when you have people voluntarily breaking the laws that you put in place, and your judgment for them or your penalties for them is to give them money, to give them an 800 credit score, to give them things that you ain't giving people that born here.
Chip, what immigrant got an 800 credit score?
Listen. See now, before
they ain't even got social security numbers. So I'm trying to figure out how they get 800 credit scores.
Wait now.
I gotta push back on that shit.
Hold on,
you don't.
Wise, I got you, right? Don't look at that border. Don't look at the Mexican border. Look at the Mexican border.
Score, I'm not fighting to get in nobody's shelter. I can tell you that.
No. Let me explain to you the ones that I'm talking about, because those are the ones that Biden and his administration turned a blind eye to. All the Japanese and all the Koreans that's coming over here with 800 credit score.
I'm gonna say,
guess what they not coming through? Wait a minute. Guess what they not coming through though, Chip? Because you started off. Wait a minute. Let me tell you what they not coming through. They not coming through the southern border. So therefore, the wall is irrelevant. So if that's your argument, but wait a minute. Let me finish. First of all, nobody called Trump. Nobody called. Can I finish? Nobody called Trump a racist because he wanted to build that wall. They called Trump a racist because he called them shithole countries and all kind of stuff like that. That's why. That's why they called him a racist. But first of all, wait a minute. Can I finish? First of all, the border was completely shut down during the pandemic.
Back.
Office, telling them, please, absolutely, please do not open the border until I could get a bill in place. Do not keep it closed still from the pandemic, because they could still hold it 2 years after the pandemic. He said, please do not open it until, because every day of the pandemic, more and more people are sleeping right outside the border. But when they went against him because MAGA does not like Biden, they opened it, right? And then all of them MAGA governments, Ron DeSantis and all of them, put them damn immigrants on a plane and sent them to all the blue states. So whose fault is it now that they up in the blue states? Y'all want to talk about supporting Donald Trump, and because of that goddamn Donald Trump and them following everything that goddamn Donald Trump say is why you got all of them immigrants in your backyard. Now y'all need to stop it.
Okay, you finish now. Listen, she made a great point. Awesome job. Hold on.
And tell me what I said was a lie. Tell me anything I said was a lie. Don't come up here pivoting and say, what about this, about that?
Nobody said what about anything.
Tell me what I said was a lie.
Let me ask you a question.
Nobody's saying that you're lying. What I'm trying to tell you is that all these states are sanctuary states where they sent these people. So when you tell people, oh, send all your illegal immigrants over here, and then somebody says, oh, word, you're not covering the border and you want these motherfuckers, take them. Because there's 100,000.
Listen. New York, did New York send for them? Or did Ron DeSantis and all of the rest of the MAGA governors decide that we going to help get them to where they supposed to be?
Tasha, did
Leave
you see
them right
when
there by the border? They wouldn't be in New York.
Tasha, did you see when the racist Trump went to Europe and disrespected the shit out of NATO and disrespected the shit out of white people? Did you see when he went to NATO and disrespected the white people?
Say that again.
The same racists disrespected the white people.
Yep. Angela Merkel from Germany told him, pay that money, bitch. I don't want to hear nothing from you. FedEx, talk about it, Ty. Angela Merkel. That's her name.
Disrespected the whole NATO. Like we ain't supporting y'all. You have to call your own pocket. I don't even like your country.
Let me ask you something. Y'all think that's cool that Trump wanna allies? How strong do y'all think America is without allies? If we don't be a part of NATO and we don't support Ukraine, because everything that we have with our allies is what Trump is complaining about and wants to get us away. Russia has never been our ally. Russia has never been our ally. So I want y'all to explain to me, y'all want to go back on all of the contracts that was already in play way before Trump was in office, before Biden was in office, to why we do things the way we do them and get rid of our allies. Y'all don't want us to uphold none of these agreements that we already have in play. And y'all want us to be by ourselves because Trump say, look, this is what we doing. We can't continue to be the bullies that we've always been, dismantling other countries left and right if we don't have the allies. So if y'all want to get us on the island by ourselves, that's easy.
Can I interject? He never said that he wanted to get rid of the allies. They owe us hundreds of millions of dollars because we pay for their defense and they haven't paid their bill. So what he told them that day was, all you motherfuckers better pay your fucking bill. You owe us about $1 billion trillion fucking dollars and you haven't been paying. I'm here and you're gonna start paying your bill. That's what he told them. He didn't tell them, oh, we don't need
Are we paying our bills? Are we paying our bills? Are we paying our bills? You say that he said they're going to start paying their bills, but then he put us $7 trillion more in debt in 4 years. In 4 years, he doubled the goddamn debt. Because what? Because what? If he said we getting our money back, how did we go deeper in debt with him?
You just really hate Trump, so you don't want to see what we're saying.
No,
Sasha.
it ain't a matter of really hating Trump. Y'all act like y'all want to get rid of all of these things that was in place before that made us as powerful as we were, as we are, rather.
Things that you're saying he's doing things that he's not. What he said was
he wanted to disassociate from NATO.
But
Trump did not want to be a part of NATO anymore.
Why is Russia our enemy? Why is Russia
always been our enemy?
But
Russia
why?
has always been our enemy.
Why is there our enemy?
World War II, we was always against Russia.
No, we helped Russia fight Germany. That's why you think Hitler was defeated.
Facts.
Why are they our enemy?
That's because the Democrats want to have a decisive fucking war with them and fucking do some world domination. The Russians don't.
You know what?
With us.
I'm gonna say this. Y'all want to talk about international laws, and y'all want to overlook the laws that's going on right here. Y'all want to support this dude. This dude, right after the women's rights, and I'm not going to stay on that because that's not the issue. Because y'all sitting up here really believing that it is really about women's rights and abortion and things like that. I knew when he went after that and he patted the court systems that it was way bigger than that, because that sets the precedence for him to go after other things such as affirmative action and all DEI programs that he plans to dismantle as soon as he get in office. And here's another one, and any other laws, and affirmative action was for us. Everybody got included under the umbrella because who is the majority in this country? White people, and everybody else is minority. And affirmative action, Chinese didn't get more benefits. You know who got the most benefits from affirmative action? White women. Women. But however, they vote against their own interests. That's why they losing all of their rights. But however the case is, the next thing, and it's in Agenda 47 and Project 2025, they are going to repeal the Civil Rights Act. And
the Chinese
they're going to put segregation back in order. No, let me finish. Segregation is coming back. That is a tad above slavery. And y'all want to support this dude. And he said he repealing all laws. Listen to this. He repealing all laws that has been put into place that make white people feel bad. That make white people feel bad. Now, meanwhile, he repealing everything we needed to get equality. He repealing everything we needed to get equality. Don't go read Agenda 47 and Project 25. Go read it. He's dismantling the Department of Justice, the Department of Education. Now we still fighting for equality in our schools and our neighborhood, but he wants to dismantle the Department of Education. You know what, Nick? You can keep on pivoting, but you better go read them documents. If you don't believe me, please go read Project 2025 and Agenda 47. And after you read those things, then come back and tell me why you support Trump.
Well, at the end of the day, which president gave the most money to the historical black colleges out of any president?
Biden. Trump gave 250 million. Wait a minute. Trump gave 250 million for 134 goddamn school, and Biden gave us 13 billion. Don't get me started. Y'all better get your facts right. If you want to come and challenge me, you better get your facts right. Google it right now, Chip. Google it right now. Google it right now. Trump gave us 250 million, and Biden gave us billions.
Yelling, all that screaming.
Nikki Pooh, salute, Queen.
Salute.
I know you definitely got an opinion. What's
salute.
Peace.
Listen, let me just say this, Chip. At the end of the day, everybody gonna feel how they gonna feel. But at the end of the day, I got a crazy echo.
Hold on. Say something.
Yo.
Yeah.
Black people. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, speak.
Shit, mad delayed.
You came on through your cell phone?
Yeah.
Do you got YouTube open on anywhere else on your cell phone?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it was. The shit was playing. Nah, but at the end of the day, black people, we like being pacified. The Democrats pacify us, but it's a bunch of lies they selling us. I think we scared to get back to segregation. I don't give a fuck if that's what they do, because at the point that we at now in this country, and then we're about to get bombarded, and it's going to be a whole nother group of people that jump right ahead of us, so they could repeal all of them laws. They could take all of that shit back. Because the one thing that she said is right, white women benefited more from that shit than any black person since the civil rights. So they could take all of that shit back. It's time for us to stop being pacified, stop depending on these motherfuckers anyway, pull ourselves up by the bootstraps and do what the fuck we got to do as a people. Because as long as we keep saying, oh, the Democrats or the Republicans or this or that, at the end of the day, we're going to still get the short end of the stick. My thing as far as Trump and Biden is concerned, I don't give a fuck about neither one of them. But when people talk about the lesser of two evils, I would prefer Trump over Biden. Way like it makes no sense. This nigga was responsible for the fucking crime bill. The nigga did the eulogy for the Klansmen. Like, how the fuck do people just really say, oh, Trump is so racist, but nobody recognizes the racism in Biden because what did he say? Oh, I made a few mistakes. People make mistakes all the time. So y'all gonna just gloss over. I'm gonna be 46 Wednesday. Half of my fucking generation was locked up because of Biden's crime bill. But nobody seems to look at it. All of the little programs that they had, they was taken away, making it easier for the boys to get caught up. They took music out of the schools. They took they had all of that fucking automotive. They was teaching dudes how to do mechanics. All of that shit was going under these same fucking Democrats that we keep running and voting for. And it's a waste of fucking time. I'm looking at it like this. If I had to choose, I'm gonna say it again. It'll be Trump. I'd rather not vote for neither one of them. But if I get the fuck out my bed on Tuesday, November, whatever, I'm going to vote for Trump. And I don't give a fuck who feel a type of way. They could say you dumb, you this, you that. No, at the end of the day, you bugging the fuck out if you're going to vote for a nigga that locked up half of your fucking generation. We talk about single black mothers raising these kids. What happened? All of the little programs that they used to have.
Listen, I don't want to live in a lawless country.
That they used to have to make sure boys stayed on track, whether the father was there or not, was taken away under Democrats.
Under Biden and Kamala. Man, can I chime in?
Then another thing that black people don't realize is the fucking Democrat, we wasn't even voting for them back in. We just started voting Democrat just before what's this nigga name? Just before Kennedy, black people started voting Democrat. We wasn't voting Democrat. If you do your history and look at what we was doing.
It was after Kennedy. It was Lyndon Baines Johnson.
We wasn't messing with them. So guess what? If during
after Kennedy,
if we
and
did
it was
it
Lyndon
during that
Baines
time,
Johnson,
if we did it during that time, then that means it's time to step away from them again, even if it's for another 20 years.
The thing.
Leave
when we
them
were
niggas
Republican,
alone.
it wasn't conservative. When we were Republican, it wasn't called the Conservative Party. And so it's not our party anymore. Let's get that straight. And look, y'all want to talk about how racist Biden is.
First party. They pick everybody. It's not about our party. That's what y'all be getting twisted.
You talk about.
Our party? What party? What party? We let these niggas pick puppets.
The Klansman that you talk about, before he died, he was a grand wizard, and he denounced.
Oh, the one that Biden did the eulogy for? That black people keep saying Trump is racist, but this nigga did the eulogy?
Can you let me finish? That Klansman that he gave the eulogy for had denounced the KKK himself. And then he was only there for
a nigga that was walking around talking about hanging niggas that really don't want to be a Klansman no more.
When he became a senator, he fought for civil rights. When he became the Klansman
a senator,
himself,
you know why? Because he had to clean that shit up to become a politician.
No, you still
He had
talking
to clean
because you
it up
want
to become a politician. What's so hard to understand
I'm not
about that?
talking about Biden. I'm talking about the
I know you're
Klansman
talking
himself.
about his fucking Klansman.
Hey, can I chime in real quick, ladies?
We're talking about David Byrd. Do your thing.
Man, how y'all doing, man? Salute to everybody that, man, that got an opinion on this. This is my opinion and my opinion only. This is how I feel. And, I ain't debating about it. We got to remember, for starters, we do not have the complexion for the connection in this country. That's number one. Let's remember that at all times.
So all I'm saying is Trump is racist.
It's not really black and white to a degree in this country now, but it's still pockets around this country where black and white matter. But we got to remember, slavery is still in effect in this country. Go to Ferguson unit in Texas, they get up and work and pick cotton every fucking day. The inmates pick cotton still to this day. And we as black people need black men. Until we quit trying to fetch each other up, knocking each other noodles back, and lock arms and walk and be willing to kick them fucking doors down like them white boys did, we gonna stay at the bottom of the fucking pile, bro. Same way them motherfuckers went in there and kicked that motherfucking door down in the White House and put their feet there until we willing to do that. They went
in the Capitol, not the White House.
Excuse my mistake, but until we willing as a unit to do that and put ourselves on the line instead of fetching each other up, we gonna stay at the bottom of the barrel, bro.
But again, like I was saying, David Byrd had denounced the KKK, and then he fought for civil rights the rest of his term, and he happened to be Biden's mentor then, after the fact. And they want to make it seem like he still was down with the Klan the whole time. He was fighting for civil rights. He said he was wrong, not Biden saying he was wrong. The Klansman himself said that, and then he fought for civil rights. Then he fought. You can look it up.
And you believe that?
Look it up. You believe that? Look it up. Look it up. It is your history. It is American history. Look it
she's
up.
asking you, do you
I'm
believe
asking
that?
you, do you believe that he really apologized? Do you think that he really cared? Or do you think that he only did it because he wanted to become a... He did it so he could become a politician. He didn't do it because he really cared about black people.
That's what I believe.
That's crazy.
That's what y'all believe. But the point is, the man fought for civil rights. The man fought for civil rights. His name is on a lot of civil rights
him and his
actions.
grandfather hung a couple of niggas, he fought after he done killed and did all types of foul shit to black
you
people.
want to talk about that? You forget that Trump father was arrested at a Klans rally? You want to talk about that? Do you remember in 1973 they were sued for discrimination because they wouldn't rent to black people? Like, you want to talk about that, and then you want to tell me how you want to tell me how racist Biden is. You want to tell me how racist Biden is today, right? You want to tell me how racist Biden is today.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
White supremacist group. What
happened with the black farmers? What happened with the black farmers? What did Biden promise them?
Listen, you want to talk about how racist you're pivoting. I'm still making my point on the racism. I'm still making my point on the racism. You want to talk about how racist Biden is today, but every single last white supremacist group openly support Donald Trump. Where is the white supremacist to openly support Biden?
That's exactly why we need that one. That's exactly why we need that one.
Make it make sense. If Biden racist today, where's his support from
y'all gonna have to stop being spoiled.
Where's his support for his racism? But every single white supremacist group
on their
supports Donald Trump.
That's why they keep voting Democrat.
He satisfy you and them at the same time. Make that make sense. How he going? And they funded him. They are definitely funding him. So you tell me how he going to satisfy them and stand on their own. So you tell me I'm brainwashed and I hate Trump so much, but yet it's still you can't see through the BS. He tell you can relate to him because he's a criminal. He tell you can relate to him because he made sneakers. He tell you can relate to him because he brings some unknown goddamn rappers
you
to
ain't
his
black if
rallies,
you don't vote
along
for
with
him.
1 million white people up in the Bronx. And
you
y'all
know-
sit there and y'all believe that he got your best interests at heart.
You know when
Make
you
that make
understand.
sense.
You know what?
The reality of it is,
And you
it's
ain't
like
black
that.
if you don't vote for Biden. And he got your best
yeah.
interest at
reality of
heart,
it
right?
is,
He can tell
they
you
need to
when
run
you
a-
black and when
But
you
Wait.
you
not.
let a white man tell you that's a racist
You
statement.
let a
You
white
let a
man
white
tell
man
you
tell
that
you
you
that's a
ain't black
racist
if you don't
statement.
vote for him.
But you let a white man convince you that
And you
statement is
let a
racist.
white man convince
You
you
let
that
a
you
white
ain't
man
black
tell you
if
that.
you don't vote for him.
And on what day will a white man know racism better than you? And you let him
None.
brainwash you into convincing you that
look how
statement
sad
was
this is.
just like
Arguing
they say.
over
Let me go back to
who
Biden
you
other
think is the
words.
better white man.
Biden
No.
said,
How about black people stop worrying about what the hell a Republican or a Democrat is going to do for them and do what the hell we need to do for ourselves? That's
Now-
why
You
I'm
say
not
that.
afraid of Donald
Okay.
Trump.
How
No,
much land
I'm
do
not.
you own?
if
Let me
we-
ask you something. How much land do you own?
How much land do the black farmers own that Biden promised to help that he never fucking did
You
nothing
want black
for?
people to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Let me show you something.
Are you gonna wait for the Democrats
you
to
didn't
do it?
tell me how
Are
much
you
land
gonna
you
wait for
own
the Democrats
because
to do it?
you need land to be independent of
And
this land. You're gonna need a water source. You're gonna need a water source,
and weaponry.
and you're gonna need animals.
And Biden
Now
gonna give
you
this to
tell
you.
me, where do we have those at?
Are you gonna
do
get
you
that
know how
from
to hunt?
Biden?
Can you hunt? Can you hunt?
Are you
Can
gonna
you
get that
fish?
from Biden?
Can you hunt? No. You telling me that
Are
we need to
you
become
gonna get
independent.
that stuff
And what I'm
from
showing you
Biden?
is that we got a long way. If you can't hunt, you can't fish, you don't have a water source to be independent of
We
this
have scared
country.
niggas
You
out.
would
Niggas is
still
so,
need a
and that's
handout
exactly
from
why we
these
gonna be
same
stuck right
people.
where we at.
And they're
Because
going to
people
stay
think
with
that
the
we can.
upper
Your
hand.
own
she's
people
not
think that
wrong.
we can't do
Hold
it.
on, y'all. Hold on.
Your own people.
She's not wrong on those aspects. We forgot. Think
Yeah, but
about
there
our
are
grandparents.
people that actually
Our
specialize in
grandparents were
that,
showing us
that
how
are
we.
farmers.
Our
And
grandparents
they
were
know how
showing
to
us how
hunt.
we should could survive. We forgot that shit. We got spoiled. But you know what I mean? She's not lying on that. But it's like, man, we gotta
Nah, but
understand.
yo, son,
Because
people
we
that
became so
Can I ask the question?
complacent.
Can I ask a question? Because I'm not a fan of Biden or Trump. But under which presidency was you living better in your community?
You answer that question too.
We
I say
already
Trump.
know who we was
I say
living better.
Trump.
Yo, look at
Okay,
the food
exactly,
prices. Look at the gas prices. Like people
That
would be
is all
blind all
because
they
of
want. Get
Donald
out of here.
Trump. That's all because of
So,
Donald Trump.
well,
That's
why
the
the
part you're
prices
not
wasn't like that when
understanding.
he was the damn president?
You
Why
want
the
to know
prices
why?
wasn't like that when he was the president?
Listen, let me explain it to you. So Obama had in place a pandemic
Another
response.
coon.
Obama had in place a pandemic response unit, right? When Trump got into office, he dismantled it.
Why did he have it?
It had
If there was
nothing
no
to do with
pandemic.
Dr. Fauci. But
Why did he
however the
have it if
case
it had
is,
no pandemic? Why did he put that in place?
listen,
You ever thought
because
about that?
we had pandemics before that. You forgot we had
Nah,
Ebola and all of the
Yeah.
rest of them.
nah, we
We
didn't have
had
Ebola. That was
pandemics
in
before
Africa.
that. We had
No, we had an Ebola scare. You had 2 people in the country with
exactly,
Ebola.
and so
Yeah, that wasn't no
We had
pandemic.
an Ebola scare. It wasn't
Obama
no
made a
crisis.
plan. Obama made a plan just in case. Trump sat on an interview and told you that he had the information and knew that it was airborne, and he sat on it. He sat on it
Facts.
because he did not want people to panic. He
So how come
knew
Biden
in
had to go to
December,
China and made them do what they supposed to do to admit it?
excuse
Huh?
me. He sat on it. He knew about it in December. He sat on it for 3.5 months. They kept saying, lock the country down. Don't let anybody in or out. Now,
Tasha,
we would not had to shut down
Yes,
had we
we
done
would've.
that.
Everybody
Then
would
he
have had to sit.
didn't have a
if
response.
The
But
it was
world
really
has
shutting
shut
airborne,
down
down
the country,
globally.
if it was
excuse
really
me,
airborne, me and my daughter would have got sick because I had outside in Greenpoint every single day with no mask. It wasn't airborne. Do you know what airborne is? It wasn't airborne.
Listen, no, it
Y'all making
wasn't an
things up as y'all
airborne
go.
chemical. It was airborne. It was airborne. Nobody ain't inject you with it. You caught it from being
We
near
didn't get
somebody that
sick.
have it.
Me and my children were outside in Greenpoint with the rest of the Jewish people running around the whole time. Nobody wasn't sick.
Listen, y'all in denial.
Now y'all in denial.
Just because you didn't get it. Listen, just because
yo,
you
these the
didn't
same
get it.
people that forced you to get a damn shot, and you gonna tell me that he's more sensible than the other one.
Listen,
Same
you've
people
been
that
forced
forced everybody to get a shot.
forced all your life to get a shot.
Nah,
You've
no,
been
you
forced
haven't.
on you.
No, you
Oh,
haven't.
you trying to tell me
No,
you
you
wasn't
haven't.
immunized as a
You know how
child?
many they just
You
now
wasn't
started doing
immunized
that
as a
shit,
child?
even with the
You wasn't
childhood
immunized as
immunization.
a child?
They just
Wait a
started
minute.
doing that
daughter
shit.
You
They
did
just
not get
started
your
doing that.
shots to go
And
to school.
if you know how to
didn't
do
get
your
your shots to
paperwork,
go to school.
if you get
You
your
didn't get your shots
paperwork,
to go to school. Answer that question. You didn't get your shots to go to school?
a shot that was
You didn't
made
get your
yesterday,
shots to go to school?
a shot that was made yesterday, no.
You didn't, but listen.
No,
It just so happened
it
by the
takes
time
20.
it
It
just so
takes 20
wait a minute,
years.
It just
It
so
takes
happened
20
that by the
years
time
to put a shot on the market. It don't take 6 months,
no,
3 months.
it doesn't
$20
take
years
all of those
for you to.
years.
Yes, it do.
It doesn't take
Because
all of
that's
those
how
years.
I got
So
my
you trying
exemption
to
from
tell
my
me
job, from doing the
you
research.
trying to tell me when the country was dying of whooping cough and they made the vaccine, it took 20 years?
I'm telling
as
you
soon as
that it takes time for shit
what
to
I'm trying to show you is that in a
Man.
pandemic, when things is going on and they make it, you get it when it's made.
No,
It
you
don't
don't.
take that long.
No, you don't.
It
You
don't.
get it when it's made if you bugged out.
Listen,
You get it when it's made if you bugged out.
The whole thing is that we had never lived through a pandemic before. We never had a major outbreak or anything that a new vaccine needed to be made. We were born
have it.
and
We
whooping
did. The
cough
flu.
vaccine was
The bird
already
flu
done.
did the same thing. The shit happened with the bird flu. It happened before.
But we don't have
And they fucked a lot of people up with them shots too. That's why you're not supposed to take nothing that just came out without doing the research. Nobody did the study on the mRNA. That's a whole new concept completely. It's not even done the way the vaccines are that you talking about 30, 40, and 50 years ago. That's
Oh no, because they don't put live virus in vaccines no more. They no longer put live virus in vaccines anymore. That's why it's not done the same way. They don't put live virus back in vaccines anymore.
It's still an experiment that they have not. It was test trials. They told you it was emergency use.
Man, listen, this is great content. We really and truly appreciate all of y'all values and man, listen, Tosh, you came with a lot of valid points. Shout out to all of the individuals who, whether you Biden, whether you Trump, whatever your particular political beliefs are, we're not trying to convince you to change parties in any way, shape, form, or fashion. When it comes time to vote, it's gonna be you and that screen, and y'all gonna do what you particularly like to do. All I ask is that, like Tasha and like Nikki Bull and like Top Bugs and Wise and everybody else, just do whatever research on what would benefit your particular family's outcome more. This way, we're not going back and forth with each other. We're doing the best that we could possibly do for our particular household. So if Trump laws and things that he put in place benefits your household more, then vote for him. If Biden's policies and things that he put in place benefits your household more, then go that route. I would like to ask a question though. When it comes as far as Roe versus Wade, that particular law, did that law get abolished under Biden's or under Trump's administration?
It's not about the administration because it was done in the Supreme Court, and Trump had already padded the Supreme Court.
She know. I tell you what, sister, she know her stuff. I can't. Woo, she factual.
This is what I do all day, every day.
Even if you do not agree with her, she's factual.
Yeah, you know, research. Just do your research. I just, you know, want to know. You know, some people would like to know, and that's one thing I want to like. Who I hear Trump constantly take credit for it.
He took credit for it because he padded the Supreme Court. He padded the federal courts, period. Trump appointed more judges than any president in U.S. history, and the number is 435. Now, let me say my stance, because everybody assuming that I'm completely team Biden. Let me tell you something. I am team equality, right? And so I would rather, this is how I see it. I would rather stand at the starting line with Biden than for Trump to push me 250 feet back. I'd rather be in a standstill where I don't gain or I don't lose than to go back. And
that's what we don't understand. We already 250 feet back.
So far, I'm already in a negative because if I get raped tomorrow and get pregnant, I have to have my rapist baby. Because I live in the state of North Carolina now.
Yeah, that law wasn't made for black women. That law was made for white women. White women benefited from that more than black women.
All honesty, it wasn't really even about that. It was about the precedent that is setting to set up the repealment of the Civil Rights Act. That's the part. Now, y'all want to be separate. But we don't have the things in place to be independent. We're not who we used to be. We're not the sharecroppers no more.
It's time to get back. It's time to get back to that.
What she said, I kind of disagree with that. I think they were setting the precedence of what they allow and are willing to do in this fucking country to women. That's what about.
I hear you, and it's crazy that men with daughters. I gave a scenario earlier on a live on TikTok. I said, so my husband chose to fight for this country. I got two kids already, and I'm pregnant, and my husband get killed at war right now. This is a scenario. I know it's no current war for the U.S. right now. My husband get killed. Now, the doctor tells me now that if I give birth to this child, it might cause me to die because there's something wrong. I can't get an abortion.
Yep.
Because this was, and so now my kids become orphans.
It's taking away all. It's taking away all rights.
And this is not the government shouldn't have no say so on what's necessary for me.
That's your state doing that. That's not the president. And Donald Trump did not. He doesn't agree with that either. Donald Trump just said.
Donald Trump just said,
if it's an emergency, he said, if it's an emergency, like the scenario you presented.
What did he say? He gave y'all Roe v. Wade when nobody else couldn't do it. Is that not a direct quote from Donald Trump?
Ma'am, we don't need none of that shit anyway. We ain't benefiting from none of it. And like Ty said,
we need to have the right over our bodies. We need to have the right to make medical decisions over our bodies. It's so funny how you argue your medical decision for a vaccine,
but is get our own hospitals like we had before and stop being so dependent on them. Y'all saying that we didn't and we don't. It's like it's so hard for some people to grasp the concept of if that's what it was, then that's what it needs to be again.
Asking for acceptance.
I'm all for self-preservation, but we have to understand what she's saying. The part that specifies in there, if a woman is raped, she have to have that child. That shit is an American way. Hold on a second. We got to remember, this fucking country was built on robbery, thievery, rape, and killing. We better remember where we live at, man.
Yeah, but if you have the right to control your own body and not be told what to do, then you shouldn't have been forced to get vaccinated.
That's a
Right,
That's
that's the thing. If you can argue your right to not be vaccinated, how is it that you don't see it's wrong for me to not have the right over my body now?
To be vaccinated. They
That's
forced
a
you
fact.
to be
Hold
vaccinated.
on, wait. Let me make sure I just throw a monkey wrench in the equation. So outside of whoever gonna be the president, is one thing that we can all agree upon. The president don't really run
Nothing.
No.
right. Well, what's up in this election that's coming up? The important thing is you got a total of 468 seats in the U.S. Congress that's up, 33 Senate seats and 435 House seats. To hell with who you want to be the president. That right there, you need to find out
Congress control the purse
that you want in during the election.
Okay, see, I'm talking about running for a seat in my district right now, because man, I'm sick of trash, man, leaving trash all over lids and shit and not dumping the trash properly. Shit that affects my everyday walk. I'm trying to do something about it. You know what I mean? And like for real.
Start training
now,
up
let
these
me
kids.
say this.
Start training up
Let me
these
say
kids
this,
to be the
Nikki
next
Boo.
politicians instead of the next basketball players.
Nikki Boo, let me say this. I'm not against Black independence and not asking for acceptance to do our own thing, because we can thrive, because we don't need anybody to give us anything. But what I'm saying is our infrastructure is not in place for that. And we do not have the unity that it takes to get that infrastructure in place.
That's the biggest issue. Too many chiefs and not enough
That's the biggest issue.
And
that's the biggest issue.
And the reason why, and here's the thing is that everybody got their own sense of wokeness. And the real wokeness is that the systematic racism is so embedded in the system of this country that we have become racist against our own selves. And we don't even realize it. And that's what I'm trying to say to people, and they don't get it. Like, listen, Trump is not for the lower class, for the working man. No, none of that. For years, countless little businesses that work for him, he do not pay them. He caused them to go out of business. His goal is not for anybody working class. It is solely about giving the brakes to that upper 1%.
So what has Biden done?
It is not for us. He don't have our best interests at heart.
So what has the Democrats and Joe Biden do for the Black people?
Yeah, and that's why I was going to say, Ty, on that note, I think it's really time for Black people to step away from politics overall and get their faculties in order. Because if it boils down to, because that's what that presidential election boiled down to, the lesser of two evils. If you really look at both of them, people could say that you're brainwashed because you like Trump and you're brainwashed because you like Biden. If you look at both of them, you'll see that
they're not for us.
They're not for us. But you're going to have some people that's going to say, well, I'd rather just give my vote to Biden. No. If that's the case,
that's not what I'm saying.
Neither one of them deserve it. No, seriously. Neither one of them deserve it, right? They need to see that Black people not playing with them. A lot of people don't think we need reparations.
But the thing is,
I think we should get reparations.
Can I give an example of what our problem is?
How you gonna get reparations? How you gonna get reparations?
You're gonna fight for it and stop sitting back and saying that they just not gonna give it to us.
And what should you get? Because I'm gonna do this now. The population during slavery, the population was much less than what it is now, right? So therefore, it wasn't but so many slaves. So now when you do your generations back, right? When you do your generations back and they gave 40 acres and a mule, right? That was supposed to be our reparations that we never got, right? So 40 acres and a mule. When you break that down for all of the generations coming up to now, what you got? What you got? And besides that,
look, get Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Powernomics, and he broke it down and he told you the number too.
And besides that, right? And besides that, how many Black people you know and Chip, you're going to agree with me on this. How many black people you know is financially literate to make that money if they got reparations?
And that's
Generational wealth.
another problem that black people have. They look for every excuse to say that why we shouldn't get it. If somebody want to take
No,
their
I'm
money,
not looking for an excuse. I'm not looking for an excuse. What I'm trying to say,
let me tell you. Let me tell you. If somebody gets that type of money and they buy a hospital, that's what they do. If somebody gets that money and they smoke it all up, that's what they do. If somebody get that money and buy all Cadillacs, that's their choice. But it's going to be enough of us that's not stupid enough to squander the money and do what we need to do to build our shit back up.
No,
Can I
the
give it a-
problem
can I give it-
is
can I give
the
the
problem
real-
is
real-time
the
example of my problem?
and see what you just said. What you said is the major problem. What you
Can I
just
chime
said
in?
is the major problem because you put it. Everybody get their money and they do individual stuff. In order for us to move truly
I did
ahead,
not say individual.
no. You
Yo,
said if this person smoking,
he's so
that's individual
separate-minded. We
things.
just look at it like that. I did
Can I
not
give an
say that.
example of one of our biggest
But our
problems?
community is very separate-minded. Our community is very separate-minded.
Yeah, you just
and
showed
very
it right
few
there
of
to
me.
even think that that's what I'm saying, because that's not what
Can I
I'm
give
saying.
a
All I
real-life
talk about is
example
us unifying. I'm
of
not
one of our
talking about us
biggest
being
problems?
separate.
Chip, I
Yeah,
moved.
what's up?
I moved from Baltimore early 2000s. I got my hands on a nice piece of little cushion. I moved back to Chicago, my childhood neighborhood. I opened a clothing store right in the heart of my old neighborhood, directly across from the police station, Harvey Police Department. Everybody in the community that I knew since I was a jit rode right past my store. I had better quality, better prices, more creativity, more everything. They rode right past my store and went and spent more money with the Arabs. That's what we do.
It is what we do. Exactly what we do.
That's what we do.
When we get a little bit of change, we run up out our hood and go ask for acceptance in their hood.
And that's why you put
When we get a
solutions
little
in
bit of
place.
change, we go put
Stop
their
making
names on our
excuses
back.
and come up with solutions.
My people that I robbed my
start with the
store
babies.
blind, yo.
We gotta stop making excuses and come up with the solutions. And I'm gonna tell you what the solution is. You start with the baby.
You say stop making excuses and make the
come up with
solution.
solutions.
So now
Exactly.
if I make up a plan right now, and it's a very logical plan, and if everybody did it, we would succeed. How many people is going to be like,
not going to do it?
Pulling my money with her.
Not going to do it.
I don't know her. I don't trust her. Until we get that
everybody's
mindset.
Not going to do it, but you're going to have some people that do, and then eventually maybe more and more people will catch on. Look, even Harriet Tubman said she could have freed a lot more if they knew they were slaves. Everybody not aware of what's really going on around them. They not.
And she also carried
as unfortunate as it is,
sometimes
you can't wait for them.
Slaves that would turn her in.
You can't wait for the ones that's not ready to get ready. You got to just keep going and pushing through and teaching the new generation and the up and coming generation. You can't. Some people ain't never going to get it, but you always start with the babies. You always start early. You start getting more programs that's ran, owned, and operated by us to teach our children what they need to be doing. And we're not doing that as a community. We're not. So that's what needs to be done.
And push more content like this instead of pushing all the content out here with the jail stories. Like that's the shit. Like that's a badge of honor. That ain't no fucking badge of honor out here.
Yeah. Now, you know, just so that everybody can understand this, right? A lot has to do with where you grew up at, because
that's a fact too.
If you grew up in New York, then you was taught per se that, you know, being able to survive was mentally making it through the streets. First honor. If you grew up down south now, like for example, when I was in New York, I didn't know how to fish. I didn't know how to cut grass. I couldn't even tell you my block. We didn't have no grass. We had cement. You lucky if our block had a tree on it.
Yeah.
So when I came southbound, that's when I learned how to cut grass, how to fish. It was no. Now the opportunity might be there. Maybe if you live in Long Island or way out in Queens or up in New York, yes, you probably had those experiences. But my parents did not bless me with those skills. The skills I learned was, making sure you look out for your siblings and so on and so forth, and how to look out for the scam artists, blah 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 blah. It was not the essential of how to plant a garden and grow your own food, water filtration, none of that. It was none of that. So again, all the individuals who are northbound and dealing in the big cities like LA, so on and so forth, you really need to go into southern states to
rural states. It don't have to be southern, rural.
If you really want to change, get to the rural part of your state and make ends meet that way. Get yourself some land. Like I did a lot of talking before on buying property and buying the land besides buying, a little trailer home whatsoever. You buy the land, you can do whatever you want on it.
Hey, Chip, it was a gift and a curse growing up in Chicago, because it was on one hand we was taught the street representation and the street hustle, but on the other hand, our ancestors, our grandparents, my grandfather was a hands-on slave. My grandfather was a slave from Mississippi, literally. I mean, literally. But they migrated to Chicago. So with that being my lineage coming from down south, my grandmama taught us how to fish, how to plant them gardens. You know what I mean? So she would make all the jams, and she showed the cracklings in the oven. She showed us all of that. So we kind of got the best of both worlds, but we also got that divided, invisible divided line in Chicago where we knew that black and white mattered like a mug. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of a gift and a curse growing up where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying?
We also the last generation of community.
That's a fact.
We are the last generation of community. And as long as we still live in the era, you can't say nothing to my kid, it's going to always be separate until we understand, until we get back to that it takes a village and understand that we are a village and we are one. We can't move as a unit.
My granddad,
people say it, oh, we'll stick together. But at the end of the day, Chip, for the longest, you've been offering people financial advice, telling them you'll teach them and show them. Honestly, you know so many people, and you've offered it to hundreds of people. How many people have taken you up on it?
You know what? I'll say this.
How many people think you're not trying to scare them out of something?
I'll say it this way, right? A lot of people hit me behind the scenes. And I'm cool with that. I don't want nobody to put their financial status online or anything like that.
And that's respectful, but compared to the amount of people you've offered to compared to the amount of people that even behind the scenes, compare that difference. Compare the difference that you've offered and who's taking you up.
When we do a live and it's educational and we're teaching and we're doing things to uplift the community, it's like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 people in the chat. When we do a live about the destruction and us
ratchet, whatever, the hood,
it's 60, 70 people in the chat. So a lot of times, even like with this little brief break that we just took, right? Take a brief break and it, to kind of reshape what we was doing as far as content, because there's a lot of people hurting, but we can't get the help to them because They more so they just want to see controversy. Like,
Hey, Chip, I got a question. When did being ignorant and uneducated become a fucking badge of honor to black people?
From the time, and I hate to say it this way, it's gonna sound real crazy, but take it back to slavery, man. You know, the slaves who kind of picked the cotton the fastest and was up massive, da 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 da. You know, the other slaves.
That's the house. That's the house nigga in the head. The head got. But from our perspective, you ain't one man. It wasn't cool to be no dummy. But now it seems like it's cool to be like to dumb yourself down. That seems like the thing and the way to go. You'll get fucking in the algorithm for being.
Don't leave that out yet. And a dope fiend.
Yeah,
exactly.
Popping them damn pills and nothing but being a dope fiend.
That should become cool.
That's because a lot of the older generation got locked up, and then their little brothers kind of was the ones on the street trying to mimic what their older brother did.
Yeah.
And that cycle just continued to the accolades of what a person's older sibling or older uncle did, and the street recognition that they got. People want. I always say a lot of people have a sign on their chest that say "Make me feel special." A lot of the youth, their way of feeling special is to turn up 2 times more than what their predecessors has done.
I want to know whoever been successful with street cred, like how street cred has ever made somebody successful. Made them rich, made life easier. Street cred ain't never made life easier for nobody.
Right. We will make a whole show and put them in the algorithm about somebody doing 15 to 20 years and slashing somebody, and we won't put 1 minute into showing that young brother graduated from college. You understand what I'm saying? That's our mindset. That shit is crazy. We act like something wrong with that nowadays. Like it's wrong to.
Yeah, we lack accountability. We lack accountability. Oh, girl just told me, how you going to support somebody that locked up half of your generation? But half of my generations actually committed crimes. All jokes aside, I'm not saying they wasn't good people and they didn't do what they had to do. The fact of the matter is they committed a crime and they did time. Did they do too much time? Yes, they did too much time. And then they didn't get rehabilitated and programs wasn't available. I'm not saying it's right, but the fact of the matter is you have to take some accountability that you did a crime.
That's a fact.
And ain't nobody come and get them from sitting on their couch in their house doing absolutely nothing and lock them up. So, I mean, we have to hold out. And look, and I'm going to be honest, with my track record, I done been to Rikers, I done been to Brooklyn House. I probably could name more state prisons and federal prisons that I've been to than the average person. I married a convicted felon, got kids by convicted felons. Hell, I can count how many men I don't know that are felons. I can count how many men that I know are not felons. I can't count my felons that I know.
We naturally
and the Democrats, right along with the Republicans, took a lot of the programs out that deterred the generation before yours from even getting caught up like that. The both of those parties. That's why I say it's not one over the other. Both of those parties
about Republicans.
I'm talking about both of them. We're not going to talk about one and not the other. I'm talking about both of them. They both had, look at all of the stuff Clinton did. We talking about people not having rights to keep or not keep a baby. And Hillary was Margaret Sanger's best friend.
Man,
I mean, so we can't keep talking about one and not talk about the other. We can't talk about what the damage the Republicans did and skip over the damage that the Democrats did, because they've done some serious damage to our communities as well.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, because the deck was definitely stacked against a particular individual in our community. It was stacked, the laws were stacked, the time was stacked, and all the above. But in the process of that,
what you got?
We didn't apologize for
let
the
me
crack
say this.
era, the epidemic.
Listen, wait. But Clinton didn't cause the crack era. Reagan did. That's the part you're not getting.
No, he didn't cause it. But
yes,
all
he
of the
did.
stuff
He let all of the drugs in the country.
With him locking up all of them boys and taking all of those programs out of the neighborhoods that could have helped these kids and taking music, and talking about the wrong programs, automotive and stuff out of the schools. That stuff plays a big role.
Nikki Boo,
And
let me
because
tell
the
you where the
community,
problem comes in at.
we can't skip over none of that. You can't skip over it.
No, let me tell you,
Clinton era was a
Reagan,
horrible era for black people too.
Let me say
they
this.
make you work for your check doing that welfare stuff, but I gotta work for my check, but I can't get a real job. You can't send me somewhere or put me in a position or have my schools up to par so I could get to this level. Because the schools
a lot of
still ain't
people
up to
worked
par
for their
in
check and got
2024.
jobs. They
and a lot of people
took them
didn't.
trainings and they got jobs.
And
I know a lot of people
didn't.
that worked for social services. They became caseworkers at the welfare office, and they used to be on welfare. A lot of people. I know a lot of people that started picking up garbage in New York City Transit when the test came out. They got an extra 10 points on they got an extra 10 points on their test, and they became cleaners. So yeah, working for your check wasn't a bad thing if you saw it all the way through.
And we gotta lose that pride of
those was programs, but the programs that really hurt us, that was taken from us, was shop, was electrician. We had you learned real skills that you learned to trade in high school. And Ronald Reagan took that out of our high schools. You talking about music
and
out
Bill
of the school?
And Bill Clinton didn't make sure to bring them back either.
We got to remember.
You said Bill Clinton, but wait, we had 8 years of Reagan. And then we had 8 years of Bush the father. Then you had Clinton. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand.
For 8 years,
who still ain't do nothing.
Bush
he had enough time just like Obama to do something. Him nor Obama did anything.
And the reason why Obama couldn't do the things that he needed to do is because we didn't vote in them secondary elections. The Congress, and first of all, I need you to go find a copy of the original Affordable Care Act. The original Affordable Care Act, not the one that got passed, the original. That infrastructure bill that Biden just got passed, that we do benefit from, it got more in that bill than if you combine the Affordable Care Act that got passed and the infrastructure bill, and there's still some more that they won't pass. All of that was in the original Affordable Care Act. And the Affordable Care Act, that Obamacare, they made y'all think it was all about goddamn health insurance, and it wasn't. He was taking, are you a felon? Off of job applications, he was making it illegal. He'd been wanted all the way back in 2009. He wanted $15 minimum wage for nationwide.
They made him compromise because we didn't support him.
Because we didn't vote in them secondary elections. The president don't control everything.
Man,
if they don't have the Senate, if they don't have the Senate,
got a crime bill. They can put things into place the same way they doing these crime bills.
There is no such thing as the Asian crime bill. There's no such thing as the Asian crime bill. Look it up. Go find it. There's no such thing. These is fake propaganda that you preach. There's no such thing. But what she talking about, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. No, there isn't. It's no such thing.
The main issue, and by far, that's always going to be the issue, is y'all keeps, well, now I'm ain't going to say y'all, because then that's everyone.
Everything she's saying.
There are multiple races. It's only two races. You white or you black. It ain't no, all them other races come from black. You white or you black. It ain't no 7, 9, 10 different. There's different nationalities and so on and so. But races,
different cultures.
You're white or you're black.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, for so many years, religion.
Ooh, now that's going something else.
Has got a lot of people in the mind frame of separating us to the point of where we're saying Chinese. Like, Chinese is not a race. Jamaican is not a race. Those are not races.
Shit.
Black.
None of those other colored people want nothing to do with black people.
They don't.
Shit.
Well, why is
None
that?
of them.
I am going
the
to
only time they
flood
realize
your
that they're
inbox.
colored too is when white
I want you to
supremacy put
promise
them
to
in
share
place.
the information that I send you, okay?
Hey, Chip.
I'm going to flood your inbox with the facts.
I look at it like this, Chip. When you go to when all the countries go to the Olympics, what's the only race that don't have their own flag?
That's a damn good question.
It's an easy answer, though.
Say that again.
Think about the Olympics.
Yeah.
When everybody go to the Olympics, they wave their flag loud and proud. What's the only race that does not have their own flag to post and
race
wave?
or country? Because it's country flags that's being waved. Those are country flags.
But the countries are tied into races.
But no, it's country flags that are flown. When Jamaicans fly a flag, they black just like me, but they fly in the Jamaican flag. That's a country flag.
That's a fact.
But here's the thing: we Americans, so we supposed to fly the American flag.
I don't agree with that.
We Americans.
That flag was not stitched for us.
It wasn't, but we are Americans now. It wasn't for us. I understand that when the Constitution, I understand when the Constitution was written, I was 3/5 of a person. I get it. I get all of that. I understand that when that's why I tell people I don't say the pledges allegiance. I don't follow the Star Spangled Banner, none of that. Because the complete song of the Star Spangled Banner is one of the most racist things ever written in history.
Yeah, my thing is with the American flag. I've seen too many brothers. I'm gonna use my oldest cousin for example. He graduated high school, went right into the armed forces. This man gave 20 plus years of his life, full decorated officer, no flaws. Went to all 3 of the wars, made front line. When he retired, that man had to come home and cut grass to feed his fucking family. Fuck that flag.
And that's
I don't disagree. I tell people in a heartbeat, the original idea of America was the greatest thing known to mankind, but the actions of America is the worst thing.
Too much, man. They use us brothers to go in there and knock everything down because we are survivalists by nature. And then as soon as we win the war, they kicking our ass right back to the curb and putting us right where they got us from. You know what I mean? Me personally, I salute to all the soldiers that's willing to put their life on the line and go fight for this, but I'd never go fight for this country. That's just my opinion. I'll go fight for my household. I'd gun this motherfucker down. But going to fight another nationality for what? They fighting me over here. What I'm going to fight somebody else for? That's my opinion. That's my take on it, you know? Respectfully.
On that note, man, I want to salute everybody for pulling up. From Nicky Zoo, Top Bugs, Yak, Tarsha, y'all already, man, listen, y'all
respect to your sisters.
This has been an awesome bill. We was able to, really get into the politics behind the verdict. So I was able to learn that he can still run. I had no clue that a person with felonies could run for president. I know now. And like I said, it's just good to see a lot of the information that a lot of people have in regards to the verdict and just everyday life, man. We definitely need to do this a lot more often.
Yeah.
And really,
Hey, Chip. What was the queen name that was up here? What was his name? Do she got a page?
That's Nikki Boo. Yeah. Shoot. Matter of fact, she will. I know she probably got down because she got a. Damn, she was supposed to. She's doing a pop-up shop tomorrow. She makes clothes and stuff by hand. So she real dope.
Man, send me a tag and everything, man. I like it. She's solid.
Yeah. Tasha, very knowledgeable. Mac, Mac.
That's sis right there. Yeah.
Mac Beck, I'm gonna need one of them fire intros, man, that I see that's running around in the sector. Everybody got these old nice intros. I'm feeling left out. I definitely need to get with you. Hey, Yak, I still listen. But we need to meet up. I still got your stuff in the
man,
back.
I started to feel like Chip just threw me to the curb, but we right up the street.
Let me see. Tomorrow my wife's birthday. You know what? What you look like Sunday?
Give me a call because I'm supposed to be taking my snowball truck out to the ocean tomorrow this weekend, college weekend or whatever. But I might be back Sunday, possibly Monday though.
All right. Well, if not Monday,
we just tap in and stay in touch.
Yeah, that'll work. Salute to everybody. Salute to the whole chat. Everybody for dropping and keeping the chat lit, and all my co-hosts from Big Boo to Uncle Nick, man. Salute to Dart, man. Salute to Ralph Lowe, man. Happy born day. Make sure if y'all don't know Ralph, tell the Reverend Uncle, man, had a wonderful birthday.
Already, sis. Man, hey Chip, man, I appreciate these type of dialogues, man. Agree to disagree and just, man, put that knowledge out there. Change somebody's mind if you know you're correct. You know what I'm saying? We got to be willing to listen sometimes and accept, damn, you might be right. So I just love these type of, interactions. So, man, I appreciate everybody that's the chat and everybody that, put their opinion out there.
Oh, and y'all make sure y'all go follow Yak, man. You got some dope content over there, man. Every chance I get, I run over there and grab, the wisdom from the OG.
Yeah, man, I keep it solid.
You know what? I got a couple. I have to. It's burning my soul, man. Let me say this. This Atlanta airport. Y'all listen. The review that I'm going to do on Atlanta airport, by far, just know it's coming. Man, it is. If you ever flew out of Atlanta or flew to Atlanta, man, listen. I had no clue.
Is that what Dr. White and OG saying was that?
Man, listen. Atlanta airport is the worst.
Yeah.
The customer service, everything, getting from the train, riding the Skyliner, or I'm gonna do a full blown breakdown on that, and I'm gonna do a breakdown on what's the name of that damn rental company? Airport Van Rental. I am going to make sure that you get everything you deserve and let the world know on the treatment that you gave us. They are terrible. For all my travelers, man, Airport Van Rental, do not, under any circumstances, use that service. And I'm going to let y'all know why. We're going to get into that. Appreciate everybody pulling up Sexy J.
Hey, Chip.
What are you at?
On that note, man, we need to link up, bro. I got a real business idea about a rental service that I got some insight on, man. We need to chop it up, bro.
Well, yeah. Whatever. Like I said,
Man, when we touch down, bro.
as soon as you get back, you know, my awesome my wonderful wife, you know, salute to you, B79. Her birthday tomorrow, you know, you know, she's by far the one that keeps the oil in the tank and make sure that we straight.
Say it again.
You know, V79, you know, salute to you on your born day in a few. And like I said, we're gonna turn up, man. Ghost Tar, salute, baby.
Man, everybody be easy, everybody be safe out there. And man, happy birthday, sis, man. Enjoy it, man. Chip. Soon as I touch it down, we're gonna definitely get up, bro.
No doubt, yeah.
No doubt. Appreciate you, man.
Go make a killing, man.
Man, I'm on it, bro. Man, if I stole that poison, I definitely can say something to cool everybody up, you heard?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Already, man. Appreciate you. Number love, bro.
I'm gonna bring all my little youths from the program out there. Come get a snowball. We might have to do a fundraiser one day and just have, you know, come out there and just have them, you know, how you set up.
Yeah.
Man, let me know. I'm gonna do a book bag drive and how you come set up at the book bag drive. We just
man, I'll be there, bro. All business, man. I'll definitely be there. Let me know, man. Let's stay in touch, but man, always love and respect, bro. Appreciate you.
You gotta actually van, right?
Yeah, man. I got a snowball. I got a snowball and ice cream box truck, bro.
You got a box. All right. Yeah, we gonna definitely talk.
No, we're gonna wrap soon as I get back, man. Man, be safe out here, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Appreciate everybody. On that note, we're gonna run up out of here, man. Salute. Catch y'all on the next content.